Hey guys, what's the score again? Arsenal 3, Manchester United 1. Let's go. Salam sejahtera and welcome to JomUnited. We are Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya Buatan Malaysia. You guys, today I'm not going to do so much of the formalities because basically I feel good. Feel dead lah. I think compared to like the Liverpool game or maybe the Everton game or whatnot, right? I really, there's no rage in me. There's nothing in me. I just feel angry. I just feel super numb now, right? I put my hands up. Right, I think a couple of seasons ago, people they were calling out Salah, right? So yes, I'll call it out. Salah crap now, right? So I'm gonna pass the spotlight to Smurf, all right? Smurf, I think everyone saw your your shots, your YouTube shot. So maybe you want to share with us what's your opinion on the game?
Yeah, I know. I said that we are going to walk out Emirates with 3 points and nothing to worry in the first half. I mean, and we would probably make a comeback. But the key point here is I did not inform which season. So I'm still waiting for Eric Ten Hag probably next season or for probably the next 2 seasons from now. We will walk out of Emirates with 3 points. But well, it didn't happen this season. I'm seriously dejected anyway with the scoreline. I wouldn't say that we played very, very badly. There was some positives to take from the game, but we just ruined our chances. And for me, the loss was very much on Bruno Fernandes. I mean, the penalty that he took was awful. He did a little of a Pogba of the penalty, and he totally missed the goal. For me, if he wants to take this sort of penalties, I mean, this kind of funny penalties or so forth, if we are leading 4-0 or 4-1 or 4-2, and you know you will win the game at the end of the day, confident to win the game, you go on and do your drama. But we were chasing the game 2-1. We were down 2-1. It would have been better for him to took it more seriously, took a shot instead, or probably let Ronaldo take it. I don't understand, in a matter of fact, why was he even taking the penalty ahead of Ronaldo when we have CR7 on the pitch? So the only thing I can think of is was because of the bloody captain armband once again. So yeah, I think that's about it for me.
So Raj, going into the game, I think most United fans we're all very happy. Okay, for the obvious reasons because Harry Maguire. Okay, because I think after Ralph Ragnick and maybe the board they saw Smurf's video which was released earlier today, they decided to actually bench him. All right, so I think fans with that alone, fans was very positive going into the game. But then tell us, bro, what what went wrong? What went wrong? Harry Maguire there or not there? Also, our defense also koya, bro.
No, actually, if you looking at it not from a Arsenal versus Manchester United game, but purely from a footballing sense, this was a good game of football. The second part is we are at the losing end of it, and Arsenal took their chances, and we didn't take our chances. I would still say there are certain decisions that didn't go our way. First half, I think it was one of their, I think it was the right fullback's handball, which was deliberate
Cedric,
handball to push
Cedric,
away.
Yes.
Cedric,
Cedric.
it was not given. However, they actually reviewed Teles's action to and award a penalty, and that really baffles me. There are few refereeing decisions which went wrong, and of course, there are few performances of concern. In this game is definitely Bruno Fernandes. I think Bruno Fernandes, after he received his new bumper deal, has sort of sucked into the Harry Maguire school of Manchester United players. I think he is gradually becoming. Maybe he thinks that he wants to do everything more than anybody else. There is something like that. Someone needs to actually get him telling to and say it's a team game, and you have to play as a team. There were other good performances. I would still say Ronaldo was fantastic today. A lot of people might say he's the problem. He's the problem. Come on, he was the one still driving the team all the way to the 90th minute. I think he was still giving everything that he can. But it's a game of football. It's a tough result to take. But I would say this is one of the better games we have played as a team. The fluidity was there. Maybe a few defensive fullback mistakes here and there, but other than that, we actually played better than how we have played in most of the games this season.
Okay, we got a comment by Brian Lee. All right, Bruno should have been red carded too. Yes, that was a very, very late tackle, and
No
then he was
doubt,
very,
no
very
Yep, yep,
doubt,
lucky.
agree.
Very, very
no
lucky.
doubt.
Right, so
VAR is basically so bloody foolish, to be very honest. The penalty that was given, the penalty that was not given. I mean, Bruno, well, he is a Manchester United player. I am a Manchester United fan, but to be very, very fair, nothing to be biased about or to shy away from the truth, it was certainly a red card. It was a straight red. So VAR and the ref did
the
what they
referee was
did, a
crap lah today. Yeah, basically.
really screwed up job today.
Okay, let's talk about the third goal. Okay, I mean, basically the first goal, the defense lah, we would say that Varane should have actually cleared that ball. The low should have actually covered Tavares better. All right, so let's talk about the third goal. All right, that third goal, Josh. Do you think that David De Gea should have done better for that? From that shot from Saka.
I think for the third goal, I think Zaka, right? I wouldn't blame De Gea lah, because Zaka really has a thunderbolt of a shot, and he was right at the bottom corner lah. But what I would say for De Gea, it was the first goal actually. Yes, he made a save, but it was a save to a very dangerous area. I don't want to say that he made like a no choice. He knows his defense is like that lah. So he has to do, but I wouldn't blame him throughout the match. I think he did his best. There was a lot of shots on goal that he can just catch the ball, but he punched the ball out and things like that. Those are things where it could have been very dangerous. Also, it could have been punched in the middle of the 6-yard box, and someone might have scored it. But at the end of the day, there were even worse players on the pitch lah. But however, I have to say that like what I have to support Raj on this, that if there is any loss that I would appreciate, it would be this game, because we dropped Maguire. It was a very new back four altogether, all right, with De Gea. But I just only want to look forward for next season lah. I just want to get over to the finish line and see where we are, and hopefully we don't even go for the Conference League lah, for that matter. Let's focus on our team, rebuild once again, and let's restart lah.
Okay, like just to carry on from what Raj actually mentioned just now, like the style of play that we were playing, very, very fluid. I mean, with regards to the performance of the team overall, the way we were playing before this. So, assuming Smurf that we were actually playing like this from that 10 games with the bottom half of the table and whatnot, do you think that we will be in a better position right now?
Certainly, I think you are very much referring to when Ralph Rudnick actually joined us. He had really easy fixtures on paper, but the team make it look like it was they're playing Manchester City, Liverpool, or Real Madrid every single week in, week out. That's how they actually perform on the pitch. So yes, if they would have finished off those games, we would actually be really in top four. Talking about top four, that's a reality. But reality now is basically, are we going to end up in Europa? Are we going to end up in basically the Conference League? Or are we just going to give up and basically just be on the 8 and just forget about European football for one season, next season, let the team rebuild, reset, and then progress from there and see what Eric Ten Hag has in store for us.
So, but Smurf, your opinion, where do you think we should place? I mean, with regards to the future of rebuilding and whatnot, where should we play? Should we, at least get into Europe, regardless Europa or Conference League, or should we just stay out of it?
Stay out of it. Stay out of it. Stay out of it. Because the more games you play, the more fatigued these players are going to be. And of course, like I mentioned, we want a lot of players to leave the club, a lot of deadwood, probably even Bruno Fernandes, because this guy has not been performing, not giving his 100%. And you could see from today's game, even the game against Liverpool, he was totally bullied by Henderson, and he was basically sulking most of the time. I'm not sulking. He was basically complaining most of the time. Even today, yeah, he was basically be a complaining baby. So for me, I think that a lot of players need to leave the club. A lot of them needs to leave the club. We would bring in a few players into the club. We would also I believe that Eric Ten Hag would also promote a little from our youth system. Okay, and for them to gel, I feel that we're going to have a small squad next season. So do not go for any European football. We just stick in the Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup. We just focus on that at least for one season. Yet next season we fight for top four. Maybe even not even top four. We fight for top three. I mean, we don't want to go for qualifying for Champions League come end of next season. Go for top three, and then we secure a spot in the Champions League, and then we progress on from there. So I hope that that will be the scenario come in due time.
Okay, we got a comment here by Visach. Dalo deserved 2 goals there and is denied by the post. Okay, Raj, just to add on with regards to the Conference League thing. So if just say assuming that Eric Ten Hag is going to bring a new style of football, and obviously our players, they don't have the fitness to actually, like what we can actually see, to run, to press and whatnot. So don't you think that with additional games, like for example the Conference League, again, I know I'm a United fan, I'm just giving you an a scenario here, right? With more games in hand, wouldn't this be good for us to actually, the players can actually practice what Eric Ten Hag's philosophy of the football?
I would say if you're playing in Europa or Conference League, it's a bad idea because you'll be playing on Thursday and then you'll have to play on Sunday. Fatigue is going to be an issue. And in Europa League and as well as Conference League, you're going to be traveling to all corners of the world to actually play. It's not going to be nearby games. It's going to be some small club somewhere else and all those things. So I feel that what Eric Ten Hag needs to do is trim down the squad to the maximum. I feel players like Alex Telles, as much as he has been built up and all, he is not really a proper fullback for a Premier League level game because he either forgets to defend or he forgets to attack. He's not switched on all the time. That's the problem. Today we saw the importance of having, I think I would concur with Smurf, the importance of having Scott McTominay in the team. Scott McTominay really fought and played in the midfield engine because he had a CDM behind him. That was fantastic. In fact, Matic, for all his loss of legs and all those things, was the calming presence in CDM. So we need to actually trim down the squad, have a core, let them play week in, week out, the same core playing again and again, and then we add on as we move forward. Trim down the squad, 16 to 20 players, and let them build up their fitness. I mean, if you don't play more games, I think you will have the rest of the week to build on fitness and all those other aspects of the game. And for the life of me, I can't imagine Ronaldo playing in the Conference League there.
Okay,
Seriously.
Josh,
And on top of that,
basically,
Conference Leagues,
yeah.
the problem is I have a problem with the pitches in the Conference League. I mean, like what Rush said, I second to that once again. They go to don't know which part of Europe and basically to a country which is a small club who qualified for the Conference League. And you look at their stadium, probably worse than the stadium, the pitches that you have in Malaysia. And that will actually cause you injury. And I'm expecting a trim squad next season. So I would actually skip if it's going to be Conference League or Europa League.
Okay, Josh, I just need to add on a bit about Bruno Fernandes. So with his performance like this, again, when Bruno Fernandes came in, he was our catalyst and whatnot, but now it seems like he's a liability to the team and whatnot. So do you think that, we always say that obviously Van der Beek is going to come back to the squad, right? Because his relation with Eric Ten Hag, and I mean, he's very familiar with his philosophy of football and whatnot. So do you think that come next season, right, Bruno will probably be a bench player and probably Van der Beek will take that role of our attacking midfield?
I think Bruno will still be our catalyst, lah, to be very honest, because you see, if we were to look back and count the bad games and the good games that he has, Bruno was always there since he came on to Manchester United. Yes, it was demotivating factor for him. He wasn't starting a lot of games. He was missing penalties. All these things. He's just demotivated, lah. But no one is there to step for Bruno Fernandes when he's down. There was supposed to be Pogba, there was supposed to be Lingard, there was supposed to be Van der Beek and all those, but no one steps up. Like you said, it's a team game. But who else can be better in that position? No one else. Yes, he played really bad today. He wasn't the captain he is. We can expect a much better Bruno Fernandes, a much more motivated Bruno Fernandes next season. That's for sure. And I don't think so. He's a bench player. He is very much a captain material. He's a leader on the pitch. He wins games. He fights games. And I think he will be a catalyst for Ten Hag.
Seems like
just to add a little bit to what Josh is saying, I think given the current circumstance, I would take the armband and give it to Ronaldo, because Ronaldo is the player who can absorb the pressure and he's a big game player.
Yes.
I think we have tried having a captaincy on Maguire, it's not working. On Bruno Fernandes, whenever he plays, he wears the armband, he gets a little carried away with probably the responsibility of being a captain. Ronaldo knows how is it to be a captain. He has been a Portuguese captain for years, and he is definitely the right person to actually wear the armband to actually motivate the younger players. And how he motivates players like Ilanga and Sancho around him, you can see that the leadership is there. So maybe he can mold Bruno Fernandes as a future captain. But for now, I think the armband should go to Ronaldo or David De Gea. Either one of them.
I'll agree
David De
with you,
Gea
lah.
is a senior player in Manchester United. He has been one of the most consistent performing goalkeepers for Manchester United of all time. You can put him in the same level as Edwin van der Sar as well as Peter Schmeichel for the incredible saves that he has made. Right? People like him, people don't like him, but he does his job, David De Gea. So
So
I feel it's either De Gea or Ronaldo.
the thing about Bruno is, when things don't go his way, he really, I mean,
He sulks and becomes,
yeah, he sells, and then
yeah.
it's really bad. He plays bad.
It's
and
like
whatnot.
watching our famous French player who loves to sulk. I can't remember his name now.
Hey,
Martial,
don't make it worse
Pogba.
for me now. Don't Pogba. He's
Masya
gone.
Allah,
He's
lagi
gone.
No.
Pogba.
No. I'm not talking about them at all. I'm talking about Anelka. You all want to bring in Martial for what now? Not
Hey,
even
it's
for
like-
a conversation.
Come on, man. Kasian Coach Dom a bit. I'm already so down already. At least I hold on to the glimmer of hope, because I don't want to bring up this topic today. About Martial probably changing the game and whatnot. So yeah. But moving on to the Chelsea game, Smurf. So as fans, what should we expect from the Chelsea game?
What are we expecting? I think we are expecting to lose the game, to be very honest. I mean, after a long time, I would to say that I was really geared up for the game against Arsenal, especially after seeing the lineup. Maguire was dropped. I wish he was actually sent to Greece, in a matter of fact, but it didn't happen. He's still on the bench. And then, based on the lineup, I think it was pretty exciting. But when the game started and the goals started pouring in, and our captain of the day, Bruno Fernandes, did a disaster, taking a stupid, foolish penalty instead of a direct, important, serious penalty. I think that with all this, I'm seriously anticipating it's either at best we will draw against Chelsea, or we're just going to lose 3 points against Chelsea. Is a no. I don't think so. That's going to happen.
Sorry, Smurf. But that's always his style of penalty. What? He's just not informed.
He did
He's just
the
demotivated.
Pogba. He did the Pogba. He did the
Pogba thing for what?
today.
For what? Yes. Why did he do such a thing?
But that's always his style of penalty. What? He
runs. He runs and he hops before he gets he shoots the ball. But why did he go with the small little baby steps? Because he wants to be a baby on the pitch. He was a baby on the pitch the whole entire time. As a captain, it was embarrassing. It was humiliating. This is not the sort of player that we want in the club. You can be Bruno Fernandes, you can be Cristiano Ronaldo, but if that is the attitude you give on the pitch, you bloody hell get out of the club.
We got a comment here by Brian Lee. Conspiracy, all right? Dom is like, Man United bought, forced Smurf to do short videos, say we will get 3 points. Now he look like a fool.
No, the question is right, Smurf.
Before Brian, I didn't say which season. I was referring to the following season.
Guys, let me just ask you all this question, okay? Dom included. Okay, we are all talking about Bruno Fernandes. Who besides Bruno Fernandes would have played today?
Which is true, lah. Which is true.
Exactly.
Who besides Bruno Fernandes should have started today on his place? Besides him?
Lingard.
Okay, forget about the armband. Him
Lingard,
wearing the armband is
Mata.
secondary.
Old man Mata.
You rather Mata play there. Mata is running on as if you're watching video on reverse. He's going to get totally run down by the Arsenal defense. And then we're going to expect Rashford to play there. Rashford I don't even remember what Rashford did on the pitch that when he came on for 15 minutes. It was as if he was running for charity around Emirates. So
Smurf, you got a lot of fans, lah.
who's going to play?
Smurf, come on, we want the real Smurf. Okay, so maybe
I'm
Raj,
pissed
how about
lah.
you?
I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
What's your take? I mean, with the Chelsea game. Literally, I got nothing else to say already here, so we'll just go through the
I
Chelsea game. Let's
just,
look to the future.
if we can forfeit and give Chelsea a 3-0 win, also I'll take it, lah. It's okay, lah. No, man. I'm just done, lah. The last 4 games, I don't know how I'm going to sit through 90 minutes of that 4 games. If you're watching, I seriously, cannot brain all this at the moment. Looking at how the Premier League table is and how other teams are actually doing well. Arsenal, for that matter, are doing fantastic. I mean, they had a 3-game blip and now they are back on song again. And against Chelsea, yeah, probably expect Lukaku or Werner to actually start putting in world class performances. Like, as much as I've trolled Werner all my life, I think probably he will start running around Alex Telles in circles.
Yeah, but he
So
scored 3 goals in the last 2 games, Raj.
correct. So
He
Werner
scored
is
3 goals in the
actually
last 2 games.
catching form, and if Lukaku comes in, he'll probably throw Alex Telles on the floor and run with him catching, trying to grab hold of his leg, lah. So that's the state of the squad at the moment. So it is sad. It is really sad to watch the team. I really feel like from when I started supporting this club, I don't want to rant, but from when I started supporting this club, there were like players like Cantona, and then there were players like the class of '92, and then you had Rooney coming into the picture, and then you had gradually it got to a very peak until Ronaldo, and then all of a sudden it started gliding down to what we have now. So I seriously don't know how
I think,
to.
guys, I think we all can agree lah that probably this is the worst United team. I think after Sir Alex
Definitely,
Ferguson lah.
definitely.
So
And
having said
most
that,
probably we will get the lowest point tally ever in a Premier
yeah,
League
they were saying, yeah, they were
campaign.
talking about that also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, pretty much okay. Let's just end this with Josh. All right. So, any
No,
positiveness?
before Josh, can I say something? Can
Yeah,
I say
sure.
something?
Sure.
After the defeat against Arsenal today, yes, it's humiliating, but it's really sad to say this. But I would really hope that Chelsea win their game, even against us. It doesn't really matter because we are really screwed at this season. And I really hope that instead of Arsenal hitting top 4 and qualifying for the Champions League, I truly pray and hope that they just end up in Europa and Tottenham Hotspurs, who I feel is the better club in London, would actually get fourth. So that's for you, Dennis.
So probably we'll change for the time being. We'll change our channel to Jom Spurs lah, right? Jom Spurs lah, right? So,
I thought
Josh,
Jom Sevilla, no.
so yeah, that one gone already. lucky, we didn't release our sister channel, so I had to disappoint all the viewers out there, right? Okay, so
Look at things you have
Josh,
to laugh about, like, I don't know, lah. Seriously.
Josh, give us something positive, man, before we end the show.
No, you don't have to tell me, Dom, to be positive because I take every game as a United fresh game. I always want United to win every single game. Even though with Chelsea, I think we should go for it. Ten Hag, the new manager, is coming in. There will be players that will want to impress him to stay at the club. They want a future in Manchester United. Manchester United is a big club, all right. So I feel that if we can go for a run with Chelsea, why not? If we lose, at least we lose attacking. Like today, if we did take our chances or Bruno scored the penalty, it will be a very, very different game. So I think we should be always, as fans. Yes, it's demotivating. It's getting this kind of result, especially to biggest rivals, first Liverpool and then now Arsenal and things like that, right? Let's go Chelsea, get a win. Yeah, we may lose, but we must always support our team at the end of the day. As much as I can talk about De Gea badly every time, I still support him, and I hope he gets a clean sheet for once before the season end. At least. So yeah, I really hope that when we go to Chelsea, let's play a good game. I think there's a lot of young players there to prove. I think McTominay played a really fantastic game. I think he would be my man of the match for today. All right. But yeah, I think everything else, if we can have that back four to play consistently also, and then with new additions next season, then why not? If Maguire is going to go off, let's go to Chelsea. Play with some faith lah.
It's at home, I think. The Chelsea game is at home. It's at Old Trafford, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But even if it's in Old Trafford or basically another stadium, it doesn't really matter because our squad. We are that shit. Even we play at home, it's like playing away. So it's not going to make any difference. It's just going to help Sir Alex Ferguson to come, I mean, probably closer to the stadium instead of traveling to another place. That's about it.
But yeah, I think like to echo what Josh mentioned, I think yeah, probably for the Chelsea game, regardless of the score and whatnot. So I hope at least because we'll be definitely watching the game, at least they play the style of football similar as today. I think with that expectations as fans, I think it's how to say it's fair. It's a fair expectations from the fans. All right. So guys, thank you for joining us. Sorry, because everyone is like very moody and everyone is dead at the moment, especially me. Right. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Please like, share, subscribe. Good night.